Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Curt.
Welcome to the Being HUMN podcast. This is episode number 3, where we share real-world stories and insights to help companies and organizations better connect with their customers and grow their business, really, through clear and effective marketing.
That's right. Connecting deeply with humans.
Awesome. And today we welcome Josh Barker, CEO of City Innovations and founder of Traction Labs, with us as our guest. Welcome, Josh.
Thanks, guys. Excited to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Traction Labs overall is an agency that focuses on helping companies get traction. And usually the focus is on people that have something new they're bringing to market. Their market's being disrupted. They need new techniques that maybe previous techniques didn't work, or the new thing they're bringing to market is changing things fundamentally. It's changing the game.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how do you get quick early traction, kind of that early space 0 to 1? And so that's what Traction Labs is.
Awesome.
Someone told me, I think this is great, is they said, you can take a flashlight and you can flash it around the room, but with the same energy, you can actually use a laser and you can actually cut through things, right?
Yes.
And so it's like, that's what I mean by laser, is like laser focused, where it actually provides utility and it's useful, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly who I want, what the target is and all that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, I think, to develop that kind of laser in thinking. A lot of people, when they're left to their own, try to figure out, how do I include as much of the customer's wants as I can, or how do I
do that on
include
their website?
Exactly. And the challenge there is that you only get a little amount of time to create that impression. And if you do the hard work of figuring out what is going to be most compelling for you to say to them in terms of what your understanding is that they want and the problem that they have related to it, they're going to be engaged. They're going to want to learn more versus it being too broad and really distracting them in a way that's confusing and leads them to just shut that down.
Yeah. I feel like that, what came to my mind is like, someone told me that riches are in the niches, right? So that's kind of what you're saying, where it's like, hey, if someone can look at some marketing and some brand and say, that's for me, and the quicker you can do that,
They get me.
Yeah. And the quicker you can even tell people that's not for me, that's great,
Yes.
so that's tough to get to. So
It's tough to do on your own too, because you don't want to eliminate people, especially when you're starting out, right?
Oh, 100%.
You're like, well, let's start as broad as we can and then figure it out. But I think sometimes there's value in narrowing that focus, so it's very clear.
I think that's exactly right. Like the value, I think one other value you guys provide is the fact that, we consider ourselves at Traction Labs. Actually, a lot of what we talk about is marketing, right? Is like, how do you get traction? Because a lot of it's in the messaging, the market. We want to get market traction. So it's, is it the right message? Is it the right ICP? Is it the right person? But like no matter, even if we're a marketing company, we're in an echo chamber about our own brand, right? So it's like, we're like, oh, this is great, right? We love it. And it's like, well, okay, well, you need to get outside of yourselves. So having a third party person come in that's unassociated to be like, no, this is probably not as clear as you think it is. It's like, that's very helpful.
One thing to say about this brand script, I think a lot of people miss the empathy. A lot of times they identify the problem, connect with the customer, they jump right to solution.
Yeah.
And like, okay, you're feeling this way? Here we go.
It's
I think then they miss that connection that you can have with the customer, so that they're in the right mind to listen to your solution. I think people skip over that a lot, and that's where maybe they just jump to the cost. Or, okay, I'm evaluating all these problems. I don't have a lot of time to like truly understand what's unique about your solution. I'm just going to look, okay, well, is it going to cost me, and how long is it going to take, right? They skip over that piece, and you miss, I think, that connection with the human you're talking to. At the end of the day, these are people. And I think any of us in any relationship, if people truly take the time to understand where you're coming from and have empathy for you, you're gonna take the time to listen to what they have to say.
Shows you genuinely care.
Absolutely.
It's like my wife, saying, my day was really hard. Here's how it was. But really, all I'm thinking about is like, here's the 5-step plan you need to follow. And it's like, and you're like, she's like, shut up. I just wanted to talk to you. It's like, so your customer might not even be ready yet. They just want to know you understand, you care.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
If you demonstrate, even in your messaging, that you're listening, they feel trust.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
And that's hard to get.
It is. It is really the trust. I mean, business is built on trust. So if you miss the trust, you miss the opportunity.
Yeah.
They say in when we talk about product, because my background's product, and it's like no product survives first impact with customers. I feel like that's true for brands.
Yeah.
No brand survives first impact with customers because they're going to tell you, and they'll be like, "This is confusing."
Really what your brand is.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think during our brand script session, you said it well. The definition of insanity is continuing to do what you're doing and expecting a different result. So we have to be clear with our customer, our client, that unless you're actually putting that out there, what failure looks like, the risk reward is all thrown out. Right. So that is the StoryBrand process. And what we did with you over 90 minutes, looking at each one of those sections and really, like you said, knocking off the fat, like slicing off the fat, getting down to what is the most compelling.
And that's, I think, challenging. You said as a positive, but I think it's also challenging for a lot of people to get that focus, because I think you do fall in love with all the things you can help people with. And I think narrowing that down, getting that laser focused is a valuable exercise, even though it might be painful.
Very much so.
So if you're feeling frustrated with your marketing and not sure if the message is really connecting with your audience, we would love to talk with you. A brand script session would be a great way for you to begin wrestling through what that disconnect is. And again, you can find us online at gowithhuman.com.
Thanks, Josh. I know you're in the process of updating the site. You can be welcome to share it and drive people where they can learn more about Traction Labs and City Innovation.
Yeah, City Innovations can be found at cityinnovations.com. So we're a venture studio that rolled out Traction Labs. You can visit tractionlabs.city to find more information about Traction Labs.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Josh, for coming on and being a part of this, being willing to go through this session.
This was great.
React in real time with us. So
We really loved it, and we hope you loved it too. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks.